Hey everyone, it's Nicole with Headspace. I'm here to do the collective reading for this week or for whenever this finds you. No time, not frame on it. So I already shuffled the cards, so you don't have to watch me do that. And I guess we'll just get into it. So let's see what we have for the collective. Okay, let's see. I just feel like, okay, I'm just gonna trust. I just feel like they didn't give me enough cards on the bottom row, but I'll just trust that maybe I need to pull later. Alright, so, sorry. Where shall we start? Where do they want me to start? Alright, I'm getting a lot of, like, healing energy coming through, but not in the way that, like, well, I guess some of it is like you're going through healing energy is surrounding you. It's surrounding whatever situation you're in. I don't know if you're asking for healing or if you're getting into healing work or if you're wanting to get healing work done to you, something to that effect. Definitely see a lot of like healing spiritual energy coming through right now in this reading. For some of you in this collective reading, this is very specific, I feel like, for a certain percentage of you that are watching this. I feel like the like spiritual healing world is definitely like coming to the forefront of your life right now. I think a lot of you are either really like wanting to and starting to incorporate this into your life more, whether you're receiving healings, you're even just looking into like researching like healing work and Reiki and energy healing and meditation and all this spiritual stuff. I think this is probably like awakening kind of energy coming through also, which was in the last reading I did. So I think for a lot of you, I feel like this is interesting. I feel like for a lot of you, there's also a portion of you where you are being guided to start like doing spiritual work. You're starting to be called to become a energy healer, a spiritual teacher, a I don't know, some type of like practitioner in the healing spiritual realm. I feel like I think you're definitely like, some of you might have some ideas on like how you want to move forward with this as far as being a practitioner, whether you just want to start doing like Reiki circles, you want to like find a space to start doing your healing work, whether it's readings, energy healing, whatever in that realm, or classes or meditations or whatever. I feel like a lot of you are being called to either start doing this or start practicing this as a practitioner. Definitely a big thing that's coming through. I think for some of you, like, you're definitely being guided to like do this as a business, and I don't want to say business because I know it's like a weird thing with spiritual and business, and there's a lot of feelings on that, but I do feel like it is an energy exchange and money is energy. So like, you giving this energy and this healing and this spiritual guidance, and all that, to receive energetically money to help you continue to do that and help people, and it helps you to be able to sustain your life and pay your bills. So I think a lot of you are being called to do that. And then for the other group of you that are just like looking to find a place in your life where you are kind of like, I want to start going to meditations, I want to start getting Reiki, I want to get a reading, I think that's coming through for a lot of you too. So this is very specific. I don't know. I'm sorry for those of you that are looking for like a weird generic reading. This is not that. I see a lot of you are really also focused on like shifting your work situation. I think a lot of you are looking for either a new career or some type of new path Again, for some of you, it's the healing stuff, but for others of you, I think you're just looking for like a new positive shift, a new direction in your work life, whether that be a new career, a new position, a new company. I think this is coming through big for a lot of people. You're looking for fulfillment. You're looking for something that like makes you feel passionate again, that doesn't drain you and suck the life out of you. It feels like something that is not only going to be giving you abundance and financial stability, but also like is something that's not draining you, that's uplifting you, that's helping you feel good about what you're doing, that gives you some sense of purpose. I feel like a lot of you are feeling right now like maybe you're in a position where you just aren't feeling any of that. For some of you, it could be something you've been doing for a long time that used to give you fulfillment, that used to be okay for you, and now you're just like, I hate this, I'm over it, I can't do it anymore, I need to find something else. So I do see for some of you, definitely a new career change in some aspect is coming through for you. I think that a lot of you are focusing on like kind of restructuring your life. This is a very deep reading, I think. I think a lot of you are trying to restructure your life, not just with your career, not just with the spiritual stuff, but I think like your daily practices, what you do daily, I think you're trying to restructure. So some of you, maybe it's like incorporating more exercise and body movement, maybe it's incorporating new hobbies, maybe more social things. Just see you like really focusing on like new practices, new ways to increase your skills, increase your talents, increase your confidence, increase your happiness, your peace. I just feel like there's kind of like a little bit of an overhaul, but it doesn't feel like anything like this major, like, I'm going there. Like, it feels like it's these small changes that are going to make like a big difference in your life, but like it's not this like dramatic, like, I think it's just like they slowly start to happen. You're like, oh, I'm going to go join this knitting, group. And then you start doing the knitting group, and, it just brings you peace and happiness and fulfillment, and you meet like-minded people or whatever. I don't know. Or you start reading more, or you start doing yoga or Pilates or whatever it is. Writing, whatever. I just feel like there's like, you're just starting to incorporate little things into your life that are gonna bring you happiness, peace, and fulfillment, and like help you move forward. What else do we have here? I feel like fall is coming through also for a lot of this. I think like right now there's a lot of like brainstorming, there's a lot of kind of like clearing out old things, clearing out old feelings, clearing out like old expectations, clearing out, I don't know, I just feel like you're clearing out some things, you're closing up some things, tying up loose ends, just kind of like coming to terms with maybe some feelings that you're having too. And I feel like in the fall, which is coming very soon, and thank God, because I am dying in the heat here, I feel like that's when everything is going to start to come together for you. I feel like also it's kind of like harvest season, like you're gonna harvest the work that you've been putting in over the summer. I just think that there's like these little changes that you have been making, whether it's even just in your thoughts, your wants, whatever. I think like in the fall is when everything's gonna start to like kind of come together. I think for some of you too, a lot of the manifestations that you've been working on, I feel like they're going to start to come to fruition as well. I just see a lot of newness coming in. I see more fulfillment, more happiness, more like grounded, solid, stable foundation being built. I feel a lot of you are releasing this old version of yourself, but I think you're releasing it like with joy now. I think that there was a certain part where you were kind of like releasing, but like releasing with like either a little bit of fear still attached. Max, come here. Or hesitation, and I feel like now you're kind of like, no, I'm good. Like, we're moving forward. I don't even care about this other stuff anymore. Like, fuck that. I just want to feel good. I just want to feel happy. I want to feel peaceful, and like this is what I need to do that. And I think you're just kind of like coming to terms with it. I think for a lot of you also, you're kind of like becoming more firm in your boundaries, even if it's just with yourself, you know, like setting firmer boundaries with yourself. Like, I'm going to say no when I want to say no. I'll say yes when I want to say yes. I'm going to take time for myself when I need to rest. I'm going to take time for myself to do things that I want to do. I'm going to stick up for myself when I need to stick up for myself. You might even have to tell someone off. Some of you, I feel like you might have to put someone in their place. But I feel like it's going to be a release. I feel like it's going to help you kind of raise your vibration. And I feel like there is a protective energy around you while doing this as well. I think you are being protected, and I think it's being encouraged. I think you definitely have some things coming in. I do see, I don't know, for some of you, I see like your housing situation, again, could be different. I think either you could be moving or you could just be building a space within your home where you just want it to be very comfortable for you. You want it to be yours. So maybe you're redecorating, you're renovating, you're switching something up, but you're really taking attention, giving attention to and taking care of the energy in the house. I think like you really want it to be your sanctuary. It's where you can go and be peaceful. You can be your 100% authentic self in this space. You're not just letting anyone in this space either. Like, you're very protective of the energy. For others of you, I feel like you are going to find a new space with new energy to do this. I think you are going to be moving into a space that just feels more like you, that feels like there's more of a peaceful, grounded energy to it. It feels safe. It feels like a part of who you are or you're becoming. Yeah, I definitely see like keys to a house too. I definitely like a home coming through. Or like making your home a home for you. I think that a lot of you are realizing that you have a lot of the answers within you. And I think you're realizing like the answers aren't, like, there's no right or wrong answers. It's like you're realizing that like your feelings and what you're being guided to do intuitively is like, those are the answers, you know, like, and I think you're starting to like have this, like this click happen for you where you're like, oh, like, I used to joke about, like, oh, you know, I wish they gave me a manual for this. And then it's like, the manual's inside you, bitch. Like, you have the answers. You are the answers, you know? Like, you are the one that knows what makes you feel good. You're the one that knows, like, what's best for you and what your dreams are and what your, you know, your passions are, and like, those are the answers. Those are the answers. There's no right or wrong. The answers are, do what the fuck you want and do what feels good and right for you, and that's the fucking answer. That's it. And they're very firm on that message. So like, you have the answers. Follow what feels good, follow what feels right, follow what you're being intuitively guided to follow. That's the answer. Stop looking for the answers. That's the answer. With that, I do feel like when you start following that, you will get the information that you need. So obviously, like, if you're looking for a house, you can't just like walk up and be like, oh, this is the house I want, you know, like, you know, you want a new house, you know you want a new living space or whatever, but like, there's you know, things that go with that. It's not just that simple. But I do feel like once you decide and you commit and you like, you decide in your heart that, you know, this is what I want, this is what feels good, this is the answer, I think that's when like information is going to come through. I see possibly maybe a contract or a letter coming through, but definitely information is going to come in, and like kind of help you move forward on that path. I do feel like there could potentially be some type of like letter or offer for business and for home. And also maybe for love. I do see love coming through in this. Um, I do see some romantic things coming into your life as well. This has been coming through in the last, I don't know how many readings, so I guess my readings are changing because that used to not be a thing for me, but now we have romance coming in. But I do see some type of information coming through, whether it could just be someone like admitting their feelings to you. Maybe they're wanting to move this relationship to the next level, something like that. But I do see like it almost maybe being like a message or a conversation, but I just feel like information coming through. It doesn't feel bad, but it feels like definitely something that either you're wanting to know or you're needing to know is going to come in. And I do feel like it could be like a confession of feelings coming through. I feel like a lot of you, again, you're still in this receiving energy. This card has been coming out in like every reading, the Lady card, and this for me is coming through as like divine feminine energy, that you're like empowered, you're looking out, and you're, you know, like you have your hand out, you're waiting for what you're wanting to come in. You're not chasing it, you're not being codependent, you're not being toxic, like you're allowing for everything to work out. You're standing in your power, you're standing in your energy, your divine feminine energy, and you're allowing what you're wanting to come to you. You're attracting what you want, you're not chasing. That's the energy that I get coming through. It feels very empowered. Let me just pull a couple more cards and see what else we have. Yeah, again, this fucking romantic relationship, I'm telling you, it's been coming through. Again, here we go. I feel the divine masculine is coming through. Like, I feel like I have to show the cards now to prove that I'm not making this up because it's so stupid. But the divine masculine is coming through, and he is giving. He is holding the cup out, like looking at you, wanting to give, you know? Like, it's crazy, these cards. I think you might be in a place right now where you just feel like you don't want to overgive anymore. You don't want to do everything. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been in relationships where you kind of had to carry things and you're tired, or maybe you've been single for a really long time and you're just tired of like feeling like you're doing everything alone. You know, you're doing all the cooking, you're doing all the cleaning, you're working, you're taking care of the family, you're taking care of whatever, yourself, whatever. And it just feels like you're tired of that, and you are looking for someone to come in and be a partner with you and to make your life easier and give to you. I feel like this partner is coming in if you're allowing it to come in. This could be the letter of feelings coming in too. But I just feel like this person is a strong energy. They're a strong person. They feel like they have provider energy. Not that they're just gonna like come in and take care of you, but that they are going to take care of you, you know, in certain ways. Like maybe they do make it financially easier for you in some way. Maybe they, I don't know, they just bring peace to you, they help you, they encourage you, whatever. I feel like this person definitely has the energy, kind of like that golden retriever energy is coming through. I got the dog card. So I just feel like someone who's loyal, who looks at you, you know, with unconditional love, that wants to please you, that wants to have fun with you, that wants to make you laugh, that just, you know, like looks at you like, you know, in awe. And I just feel like this is the couple. Like, you're like, yes, I will have that, and he's like, here, I want to give it to you. and you're both standing like firm in your power, firm in your energy. Like, it's very divine, masculine and feminine energy. It doesn't have to be man or woman. There's just the energy. But like, this is what I see coming through. Okay, so that is your lovely relationship. I think it is more of like an elevated relationship than maybe you have had in the past. It feels like it's going to be a little bit different. I feel like, yeah, there's definitely like protector energy around this guy, this masculine energy coming in. I feel like someone that wants to create a safe space for you, a home with you. Max, come here. Leave the dog alone. Come here. Max is very excited about this. But yeah, I just feel like protective energy, someone that wants to create a life with you, that's willing to put in the work, that wants to have a space with you, that wants to have like the full life. For some of you, maybe a family. For others of you, I just see like maybe doing things with other people or having like that family life together. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to have kids or anything like that. It could be pets, whatever. But that is what I have coming through for you guys. Max. And that is the collective reading. So, I'm going to cut the camera now because Max won't shut up. Because the other dog. But anyway, if you're interested in a personal reading, the link is in the bio. Again, I'm doing one-on-one sessions for intuition development, starting your awakening or at any point in your awakening. So if you're interested in that, definitely DM me or email me, and I'll give you more information. We could do a consultation call and see if it's something that you are being guided to do. So thank you. Sorry about Max, and I'll see you guys soon.